Thinking about moving to the Atlanta suburbs? You're not alone. People just like you have been moving here in droves. But which suburbs are people falling in love with the most? In this video, I'm breaking down the top suburban cities that people are loving in Georgia and they just can't get enough of. Whether you're looking for a balance of work and lifestyle, top-rated schools for the kids, or a mix of urban suburbia, these suburbs have something for everyone. I'm gonna share what makes each of them unique, the pros and cons, and why they're attracting so many people. And let me tell you, one of them surprised even me. The number one place that I'm constantly getting calls on is the city of Alpharetta, and with good reason. This city is one that really attracts everyone. You've got everybody from young professionals to families to people that are going into retirement because there's so many different options here for everyone. Starting with the young professionals, Alpharetta is actually known as the technology city of the South. There are so many young startups and entrepreneurs in this area that it really attracts all of the young professionals. Then you've got families. Well, because there's great schools here as well as a walkability factor, you've got the Alpha Loop, there's just so many things going on. And then you've got the retirement aspect because you have condos that are right above all of the retail and restaurants. Speaking of retail and restaurants, you've probably noticed in some of my other videos, this is where I'm going if I'm going out to eat, if I'm going on date night, or even if I'm bringing the kids out to go shopping, because you're really not gonna be able to beat the Avalon in downtown Alpharetta if you're going shopping in the suburbs. They have it all. And I'm talking high-end shopping, everyday shopping, Target, Walmart, you name it, Alpharetta is going to have it. Not to mention grocery stores. There's a Whole Foods, there's a Publix, there's a Kroger. Anything you need is at your fingertips. Endless coffee shops. And then talk about housing. Well, there's going to be everything from condos in those retail areas that we just talked about to brand new construction options with townhomes. You're going to have row homes. You're going to have brand new construction going all the way back to resale options. The key here in Alpharetta is you're probably going to be paying for it. New construction in this area is ranging from about $1.5 million and up. Now, if you're looking for a resale, you can definitely find some of those options, anywhere from $500,000 going over to $1 million. You've also got homes that are ranging from 2,000 square feet to over 10,000 square feet. Alpharetta offers a great quality of life. Not that there's going to be the perfect work-life balance, but if you could find it, I think it would be most likely found in the Alpharetta area because you just have the fact of great schools, workability, and then walkability. The Atlanta suburbs weren't really created for walkability, but Alpharetta is going to be the top one if I could say any of them. You've got the Alpha Loop that's going to take you to downtown Alpharetta. It's going to take you over to Halcyon. It's going to take you over to North Point Market. There's just so many things right there. And then endless opportunities for eating. Alpharetta is like a culinary hotspot. There's so many like mom and pop locally owned restaurants here. None of the cities around here can even compete with Alpharetta. Suwanee has been ranked the #6 best place to raise a family in the entire United States. And I really feel like a lot of that is contributed to the fact of the small town feel that Suwanee has. Even though it's really not a small town, there's everything you need at your fingertips here, from grocery stores to coffee shops. And then there's the fact of so much diversity in the area. You've got all types of different housing here, from condos to townhomes. You're gonna have townhomes that are right behind Suwanee Town Center, and then you're gonna have older homes that are built in the 90s and 2000s. You're also gonna have a little bit of new construction, but you're not gonna see quite as much new construction in Suwanee as you would see in some of the other suburbs, just because Suwanee was one that was built out much faster than some of the other suburbs. Suwanee is going to be a little bit more affordable than Alpharetta just because of its location, and you're not right in the middle of the hustle and bustle with shopping and restaurants, although Suwanee does have its own. You're right here with Suwanee Town Center. You also have the new Suwanee Town Center, which is called Suwanee Town Center West, which is a really great park. The thing I love about the new Suwanee Town Center West is all of the architecture that they built in. It has a beautiful bridge that spans over the entire park. Then it goes over to where they have this food truck area. It's dedicated food truck parking. So anytime on the weekends you go over there, there's going to be different food trucks that you can just stop and eat with the family. There are endless amounts of parks in Gwinnett County, over 40 parks to be exact, and so many of those are right here in Suwanee. And I'm not just talking about Suwanee Town Center. I'm talking about Sims Lake. There's E.E. Robinson. There's so many. George Pierce is right down the street. They have mostly the soccer fields, so if that's something that the kids are into, this is really going to be a great area for them. But they also have walking trails there, and there's going to be a couple of playgrounds. You've got top-rated schools in this area like North Gwinnett High School, which ranks a 10 out of 10. Then you have elementary schools like Level Creek Elementary. This school is really well known in the area for multiple reasons. Number one is going to be their autism program. They are well known for the teachers and faculty that are shaped around this special program. Then there's the full immersion program, which is going to introduce either Mandarin or Spanish in kindergarten to the children, and they will learn it throughout the time that they are here at the elementary school. Now, traffic in Suwanee and Alpharetta is going to be a little bit more congested just because of the amount of people. I will say the great thing about Alpharetta is you're right there on the 400 corridor, so you could take Highway 400 or Highway 9 straight into Buckhead or the city if that's something that you need to do. Where in Suwanee, you're going to be kind of right in the middle. You have Highway 85 off to one side, or you could go over to Highway 400. In my personal opinion of living here for 42 years, Highway 400 is always moving faster than 85. I don't have a reason why, it just seems like 85, people just can't seem to get it together. If you would have told me 10 years ago that Woodstock was going to become one of the fastest growing cities in the suburbs of Atlanta, I would have had my doubts, but here we are, and people love Woodstock, and I really think it's just contributed to the energy in Woodstock. Their downtown is absolutely adorable. It really has an historic vibe that Suwanee and even Alpharetta don't have because it is a more historic area. You're going to feel that when you're there, and they've done a really great job of maintaining that, all while continuing to have the growth that comes along with it. I think another thing people love about the Woodstock area is the fact that it's a little bit further out. You're not going to have the hustle and bustle that you have in Suwanee or that you have in Alpharetta. Traffic is going to be a little bit less. You are going to have 575, which takes you into 75, or you can drive through Milton, through Alpharetta to get to 400 if you're needing to commute in. But if you're needing to commute in on a regular basis, Woodstock may not be for you because that drive could be a little bit of a headache. But if you're working in areas like Marietta, Sandy Springs, Vinings, even over in Alpharetta, or maybe you're working remote, Woodstock is definitely one I would encourage you to check out. Back to their downtown. I can't get enough of their downtown. One of my favorite spots is going to be Century House. It's one of the old houses in the area, but it's a restaurant now. Again, more locally owned mom and pop stores here. It's some charming boutiques with that whole historic feel. There's a trail system here for bikes and walkways that have been cut through a lot of the mature landscaping that Woodstock has been really careful to preserve. And that's something that I love about Woodstock. There is endless amounts of nature and just mature landscaping. There's also one of the best dog parks in the little downtown area that if you have a dog, you have to check out. There's a mix of housing. You've got some of the old historic housing that's in that downtown area. They're actually redoing one of the buildings now and creating some lofts out of it. It's a really cool vibe that I'm going to show you in another video, so make sure you stay tuned to that. There's a lot of new construction in the downtown area, with one of my favorite communities being South on Main. This is actually walkable to the downtown area and has a mix of housing within it. Something that I love though is they actually have their own amphitheater, they have a pool, they have tennis courts, they even have their own little gardening area for the community. I've really never seen anything like it. There's a mix of townhomes and single family homes, so if walkability is something that you're looking for, this is one that you should definitely check out. You've also got the Town Lake area, which is about 20 minutes from the downtown, but this is like a whole suburban oasis. It's a little bit older, so you're gonna have homes that were built more in the 90s and early 2000s, but a lot of them have been completely renovated. They're gonna be a little bit more affordable because you don't have that walkability, but you're still really close to the downtown, only about 15 to 20 minutes away. You also have a lot of new construction right on the outskirts of Woodstock, going over towards Milton and Alpharetta. There are a couple of Toll Brothers communities. You've probably seen those in some of my past videos, but these are going to be fantastic new construction homes. Toll Brothers is one of the builders in the area that is highly ranked. And these homes are going to be a little bit more affordable new construction when you look at it compared to Alpharetta or even Suwanee. All three of these towns, I feel like, have done a really great job of trying to encourage community. All three of them have Saturday morning farmers markets. They all encourage festivals of all kinds throughout the year, from Wine Fest to Barbecue Fest to any festival that you can think of. They're all three going to have. They also do a great job of, on the weekends, they do movies under the stars, or just encouraging people to come out by hosting events in the little downtowns that they have, all of these micro cities that you've heard me talk about on some of my past videos. So as more people are searching for work-life balance or affordability, these Georgia suburbs are going to continue to rise in popularity. Whether you're looking for a vibrant tech-savvy city like Alpharetta, you're looking for more of the community-driven city like Suwanee, or you're looking to be a little further away from the hustle and bustle in somewhere like Woodstock, I really don't think that you could go wrong with any of the three of these cities. I hope this video helped share some insight on all three towns and what is really drawing people into all three of them. If you have any specific questions, definitely reach out to me. I'd love to be a resource for you. If you want to watch more in-depth videos on any of them, you can check out the playlists here, or definitely subscribe because there's going to be more videos coming up. And until then, I'll see you on the next one.